Rodrygo is being punished at Real Madrid for no good reason. This Brazilian star, this Brazilian winger and Real Madrid maestro is going through disgrace, shame, and embarrassment every single game Real Madrid plays. This guy has moved from being a key player in Real Madrid's starting 11 to being a bench player every single time we play a match. Fam, and this shit really started ever since Xabi Alonso took office. From the Club World Cup competition until now that the La Liga season has begun. Fam, let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about his situation, because at this point I'm getting fed up as a Madrid fan and it is getting out of hand. What has he done to deserve this treatment? Meanwhile, we have players like Vinicius Jr. who completely flops the whole game, and he is not substituted out for Rodrygo to get in and prove his skills, to get in and create magic like he has always done. Fam, do not pretend, yeah? Let nobody pretend. The whole of last season, under Carlo Ancelotti, Rodrygo had moments at that left wing position where he substituted Vini, or he played in the absence of Vini, and he absolutely cooked. He absolutely dropped magic in terms of goals, in terms of assists, in terms of overall gameplay, fam. And right now, this kid is being treated like he has done nothing for Real Madrid so far. Like he has not contributed in the success of this team over the years. He's getting run on like someone who just joined the team, fam. This guy has been in the team for years and has been a key contribution to Real Madrid's Champions League victories, to Real Madrid's La Liga and other competitions that we have lifted. Fam, let's talk about Rodrygo. It's not as if this kid started dropping a disgrace of performances. This guy is still at the top level, yeah? But I want to talk to Xabi Alonso. Sir, with all the respect I have for you, yeah? With your new office, Real Madrid, as our new manager, I'm okay with whatever you're doing. You're trying to figure out the squad. You're trying to get used to the players. But brother, it is getting out of hand. The fact that you keep benching Rodrygo, since the Club World Cup, this guy was averaging less than 15 minutes of gameplay in every single match. And your first La Liga game, we had attackers who were flopping the whole game. Brahim Diaz was decent. Vini, we don't even need to speak about Vini, because this guy did absolutely nothing in that game. And you had Rodrygo on the bench. He warmed up alongside Gonzalo Garcia and our new signee, Mastantuono. But yet, you asked him to stay on the bench again, just like you've been doing since the Club World Cup days. Fam, this is getting out of hand. And looking at the profile of Rodrygo, a player of that caliber who a lot of clubs are craving to have in their squad, especially Manchester City, especially Pep Guardiola, who has been a huge admirer of Rodrygo for so many years. Fam, is Rodrygo close to leaving Madrid? And if he was to leave Madrid, is this the right way for this kid to be treated in order to sell him off later on? It is already clear, and reports have made it clear, that Real Madrid are looking forward to letting this kid leave the club for a fee of around 100 mil, and Manchester City and Pep Guardiola are willing to pay for this fee. But the problem now is Rodrygo is not just any type of player that comes to a club just in need of money. This is a kid that doesn't create drama like players like Vini, who is always so dramatic, always fighting, always getting himself involved in things that are not useful to the club and himself. Rodrygo is that player that loves this club genuinely, that is willing to give his sweat, his blood, and everything he has for the success of this club. And this has always been evident from every single minute that he's gotten in Real Madrid throughout his career under Carlo Ancelotti. So I do not understand where this treatment is coming from and where it is going to. Rodrygo has made it clear to Real Madrid and madridistas that he wants to continue his career here in Madrid. He is not interested in moving to a different club. And that is probably what is causing his transfer to Manchester City a difficult one to go through. Pep, on the other hand, I don't know why he's no longer interested in Savinho. I mean, this player came from Girona and was cooking for Manchester City. But right now, apparently, Pep is no longer interested in the player. And if you ask me on my own opinion, I think Pep could have given him one more season to really show himself and prove himself the more. I had no issues with Savinho with the matches I watched. He cooked the entire period of time he was at City, or his first season at City. But right now, if Savinho is being sold, Pep is looking to bring a player he's admired for so long, Rodrygo, into the squad at Manchester City. So fam, what is Real Madrid planning for this kid? I don't know about the president, but I feel like Xabi Alonso, like I said, I love this manager, but what he's doing to this kid so far is seriously annoying me every single game. Fam, if this guy doesn't play Rodrygo in the next game, I'm going to lose it, honestly. I'm really going to lose it on this guy Xabi Alonso, because I won't take such treatment towards a player like Rodrygo. Bro, let's talk about Vini for a second, because looking at what Vinicius has been doing as a player for this team since the preseason, since the Club World Cup, there is no single game that I can point out telling you guys that Vinicius cooked in the game. There is no single counter attack that Real Madrid launched and I will point out what Vinicius Jr. did right for us to get a goal or for us to really torture our opponent. This guy has been a complete flop from the Club World Cup to the preseason and now to the league that has just begun. And we have a player outside in the name of Rodrygo. Why can't Xabi Alonso call this guy off the bench to substitute and replace Vinicius, who's running on the pitch for no good reason, fam? Collecting yellow cards, ruining our play, shooting when he doesn't have to shoot, not giving passes to an open player, not understanding the new signee Alvaro Carreras on that left flank with 1-2 passes, who makes a pass to Vini and is open for a second time touch and Vini just decides to dribble off and lose possession while we have Rodrygo on the bench. What is Xabi Alonso trying to prove, fam? And one thing I want to make you guys understand is that actions speak louder than words, fam. Xabi Alonso has come out in so many interviews right now telling us Rodrygo is going to be an important player for his plan at Madrid, for his squad at Madrid. So many reporters or interviews where he has been asked about Rodrygo and why the player has been sidelined for so long and given very few minutes compared to other players of his profile at Madrid. And he keeps telling us that Rodrygo is someone he values a lot. But fam, during a game, you do not show us that you value him. You do not show this guy that you value him at all. And you leave him on the bench for the whole game and for games and games and games and games. You have completely killed his spirit. Every game, when the camera moves to Rodrygo's face, it is clear on his face how disappointed he is at what the manager is doing, and what the club is doing to him, and what his fellow players are doing to him. In terms of the treatment he gets, this is absolutely ridiculous, fam. If a different player was in Rodrygo's shoes, fam, he would have left the club. With the treatment he's gotten just in 2 matches, if it were a different player, he would have left the club already. But this kid, Rodrygo, genuinely loves this club and is not all about doing rainbow flicks in the game like Vini does, showing off as a very talented player. He's all about the progress of the team. He's all about giving what the manager needs from him in the game and for the team to win every single match he participates in. Fam, this is absolutely disappointing to me. And honestly, I don't want to quickly judge Xabi Alonso right now concerning Rodrygo. The season has just begun. So I'm going to persevere and wait for like the next 5 games, fam. The next 5 games, if Xabi Alonso doesn't make this kid feel okay in this team, especially when Vini has been trashed so far, I do not care if Vini doesn't play, man. Keep that brother on the bench instead and let Rodrygo shine. You're wasting this kid's potential for no good reason, fam. And if he ends up leaving the club, I'm so gonna lose it, man. This is gonna be a huge loss for Real Madrid. Forget about Franco Mastantuono coming into the squad, but we still need Rodrygo. He's still gonna be a huge contribution to the success of this club, fam. Look at the squad depth our Spanish rivals Barcelona have. We can't afford to lose Rodrygo at this crucial point of the season. But fam, I'm not gonna speak too much. That is just me airing my mind up. And I'm really looking forward to the next La Liga games, man. Let's see how this kid Rodrygo works out with Real Madrid and how Xabi Alonso uses him, or if at all he's gonna use him, or he's still gonna be a bench player like the others. You have Gonzalo Garcia warming up and coming in for Vini, while Rodrygo keeps being on the bench every single game. Whatever, man. That was it for me today. It's your boy Incredible James. If you did enjoy today's video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We are going to review a lot of things throughout this season, fam. From games, manager tactics, lineups, whatever competition we play, La Liga, Champions League, Copa del Rey, bro, we bring in the heat this season. And I'm not out here to be soft on anybody or any player in Real Madrid. From the president to the manager to every single player, fam, I'm not tolerating that bullshit that we had the whole of last season, and we were completely destroyed by Barca in every single competition, fam. The slightest mistake this club is making has to be pointed out and fixed as soon as possible. Like I told you guys, this is gonna be the treble winning season, and we're taking everything home, fam. Hala Madrid. Vamos!